And let's talk about this play-in game a little bit here. Because you're going to see that game on Wednesday night, which is the final first round, if you will, play-in tournament game, in which the 7 and the 8 seeds play each other in each conference. The winner just becomes the 7th seed, and the loser has to play the winner of the 9-10 game in an elimination game on Thursday and Friday night. And that winner of that game becomes your 8th seed, and off we go into the playoffs, into the wild blue first round yonder. And there's different ways of looking at this. That Wednesday night game on the worldwide leader in sports, Lakers-Warriors, get your popcorn ready. LeBron versus Steph, Lakers versus Warriors. Let's go. Winner moves on. Loser plays a big-time Friday night elimination game. As we are sitting here right now, we know Friday night, LeBron and Steph, one of those two, LeBron or Steph, will be playing in an elimination game Friday night. And that is intense playoff action. That's the positive side of things. The negative side of things is LeBron or Steph will be playing in an elimination game on Friday night.
Right.
And that's, if I'm running a league, a little bit too much of a risk for me. And while we will be feasting on Wednesday night between Lakers and Warriors, and we'll be on the edge of our seat on Friday night with Steph or LeBron needing to stave off either the Grizzlies or Spurs. You know, you don't want Steph or LeBron out of this thing. And this is what you're going to hear about all week long about the playing game. If we sit around and enjoy just the competition, okay, where 9-10 is an elimination game and both losers out. So you get an extra one-and-done game, 2 extra one-and-done games coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Problem is with that is there's only one team out of the 4 above 500. And that's the Memphis Grizzlies. Everybody else is under 500 in the 9-10 games. Now, you could say Charlotte's under 500 because LaMelo went out. Fine. You'll see LaMelo Ball playing in an elimination game, and you got Ja Morant playing in an elimination game. You got young stars of the game. We'll be talking about that, and I'm sure we'll come on the air Wednesday morning saying those were intense games Tuesday night. Can't wait for LeBron versus Steph, living in that moment. This is great. We'll be into that. But then again, on the other side of things, you've got 4 teams in the 9-10 games playing each other. Only one is above 500. And by the end of all this, sure, we enjoyed Lakers-Warriors on Wednesday night, and you've got the Celtics and the Wizards playing one another, the banged-up Celtics and the red-hot Wizards coming into this game. 4 games under 500, but they're hot because they got Russell triple-doubling his head off at 20 points per, 20 rebounds per, and 20 assists per. Here we go. And that'll be fun. But when it's all said and done, are we going to sit here and say, we did all this, so 4 teams, one only above 500, had a shot at making it? Running the risk of knocking LeBron or Steph out? While, guarantee you this, during the first round of the playoffs, when we first start, we finally get this show on a road, and one team comes out of the gate a little sluggish. They're down 0-2. We're going to find out, you know what? They were kind of hot. If they only started the playoff series Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, as opposed to sitting on their ass waiting for the 9-10 teams to get their shot out of the way. And if LeBron is the one who gets bounced and the league doesn't have LeBron and the Lakers in the playoffs because Steph's on fire, and then all of a sudden the Lakers get a bad injury, bad call, bad this, bad that, and the Memphis Grizzlies shock them, or Pop comes in and pops them, This may be a one-and-done venture, I'll tell you that. There's a lot on the line this week, not just with these teams playing each other, but there's a lot of owners in the league. Don't think just because Cuban avoided this, he's not sitting there thinking this is not the greatest idea. He thought it was a bad idea to do it in a shortened season. We'll see what happens on the back end of things, of a full 82-game schedule once that returns. I don't know. There's a lot on the line this week that when it comes down to it, we're delaying the first round of the playoffs a week. So 4 teams, only one above 500 has a shot to play their way in, as opposed to just going, Russ is in, Celtics are in, LeBron's in, Steph's in. Let's get Steph going to visit the Jazz. Let's get LeBron going to visit the Suns. Yep. Let's get Russ going to visit the Sixers. And let's get the Celtics on their way to play the Brooklyn Nets.
And it may work out that way anyway.
It may anyway.
But you're rolling the dice that it doesn't.
Rolling the dice for a great, as it turns out, Wednesday night game. Friday night elimination game in which LeBron or Steph have their playoff lives on the line. You consider it's not going to happen. Well, when ball gets tipped up, that's still in the ether. And we may be entertained by the rest of these games this week, but just keep in your mind's eye when one of these teams might come out of the gate sluggish, seeded 1 through 6. Knicks, they're on fire. You think Knicks fans want to sit around watching 9 versus 10? They've been waiting 9, 10 years for an opportunity. Knicks versus Hawks, let's go. Nope, they get to sit around for a week while we all watch and feast on this playing game. My 2 cents on that. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.